Now, way back in 2006, Dr Judy Wood had published some photographs that she'd found over the course of her research regarding toasted cars. Now, she was really the first person to post these and start talking about these, and you can see here, for example, on this particular one, which is perhaps one of the most well-known ones, we've got some unusual effects, which I've talked about many times before, and you can watch the videos and you can watch the irrefutable video. There are actually a fair number of examples of these. You can see many on this page, and there are other people that have posted these as well. Unfortunately, what's happened is that because this evidence is so important and so compelling, quite a few people have decided to start lying about it and misrepresenting it, and also not giving you the complete picture. For example, you'll find on Mick West's forum this sort of post, which is from typically an anonymous forum poster, as many of these posters are. They are ashamed of what they're doing, so they have to be behind a false name. And this, for example, they've tried to claim here that this car was towed. Now, I think it's very unlikely that this car was towed, but let's assume for the sake of the argument that in this particular case the poster is correct. This still presents us with an enormous problem, as I'll come to in a minute or two. But you can also, for example, find on the supposed 9/11 Truth forum, this is a few years old now, and you can see that there's one person here, this Marky54, who I seem to remember I actually met this chap. He lives in Derby, yet he's expended all this time trying to, but it looks like he's trying to debunk this and expending all this energy. And there's quite a few threads that have done this, and again, this guy is anonymous on this forum, even though I actually did meet this guy probably in about 2007 sometime, or 2008 perhaps, so going back a few years. So what I've got here is to show you why these people are total liars, and they're not interested in the truth, and they're not interested in actually helping understanding of these matters. I've got a little video clip that I made here, and I'm just going to show you this in a bit more detail because I've used this in talks, but I wanted to make this image slightly better, and I will show you the original images in a moment, but I've contrast enhanced these, and I've also put this region across the top of the image to try and bring out some of the details in the shaded portion, because this top half of the image is in the shade for one part of the day. And this is the so-called toasted parking lot, and we can see here this proves that there are total liars on the internet, because we can see here some of these cars toasted in place, and we can see, for example, here this car, the black one, fine, red one, fine, silver one, fine. Oh dear, these two are not fine. So we're seeing regions of destruction here. And again, if we come over to this side, all of these cars here are toasted right down to this one, which is fine. And this one is toasted as well, and you can see that that one is fine. And these are not moved. That one is fine. And I think these is parked on uneven ground. That one is fine. And then the one next to it is toasted. And I think these ones at the back, it's a little more difficult to see here. I think that one looks as if it might have got toasted, and I think we've got pictures of that from behind, which I'll show you in a moment. So this is just to highlight really the depths to which people will go. They don't have any particular interest. They're not journalists, they're not news media people, they're not politicians, they're not really scientists. In fact, we don't really know who they are because most of them are anonymous. This proves that we have an operation going on the internet to lie about evidence and try and say that it's not true for reasons unknown. So now a bit more information about the images. This is the original one, This is the second original one without the contrast enhancement and so forth. These were the two slides that I got the images from Dr. Judy's presentation. First one and the second one there, slightly different sizes. Now some images of the toasted parking lot. There you can see where it is in relation to World Trade Center 7, the red circle. This is a satellite image, and then we will see cars actually being toasted, and then you will see from the side of the toasted lot, and then you more or less inside here, slightly raised elevated view, another one from the inside, and a third one from the inside. Now all these images you will find in the Where Did the Towers Go book, so I suggest that if you haven't read that already, you get a hold of a copy and read through that to get all the details, or you can watch the videos. Thanks for watching.